Alright, it's Monday, y'all. We're back at it. I appreciate all the feedback and everything that y'all gave me on the first one. I'm going to start doing these on Mondays. So look for these on the Monday. Ring the bell for notifications. Make sure you subscribe. And again, as today we're going to be talking about some stuff I had questions on. And I want y'all, if you have questions, put them in the comments. Hit me up, whatever the case may be, man, and I'll get to them, I promise. With that said, let's get it in. Today, I really want to talk about entitlement. Nobody's just going to wake up and give you whatever the fuck you want. You got to go earn it. You got to get up and you got to earn it. You know, and too many people have egos. Too many motherfuckers got egos that they think if they start something new, they'll be bad at it. So why even try it? Why hurt their ego? And the thing is, of course you're going to be fucking bad at it. Everybody is bad at whatever they start. You know what I mean? You can't just start riding a motorcycle day one and you're going to be the best motherfucking rider out there. You can't just start painting day one and be the best painter. You know what I mean? It takes time. It takes skill. But too many people think that they should be handed whatever the fuck they want just because they're them. And that's not how it works. You know, every year, every couple years, I try to find something new, to do something new, to explore my horizons. I wake up, I'm like, what do I want to learn today? And I learn it. I read a lot of fucking books. I watch a lot of documentaries. I do a lot of research. When I don't know about something, I look it up. I see how it's made. I see how it's done. I see the process. You know, and that's how you become good at shit. That's how you learn. The entitlement is rampant everywhere. Like, I don't believe in fucking participation trophies. I think that participation trophies are something that should not be given out, because then it ingrains in the children at a young age, when their minds are being molded. It ingrains in them that, oh, if I just show up, I'll get a trophy. If I just show up, I'm equal. And the truth is, man, when you give everybody a trophy, it takes away from those that actually work their ass off. It takes away from those that wake up every morning because they're tired and they don't want to get up, but they still do. When they want to go to bed and they're tired after school or after work or whatever, and they still go train and they dedicate themselves to it, to be good, to be the best. And then you take that away from them because you're giving everybody a fucking trophy. You know, so what does that do? It discourages the ones from trying. And when they're not trying, they're like, fuck it, everybody, I'm just equal anyway. And it's creating this wave. It's creating this shock wave amongst the youth that think that they don't have to fucking work for it. They don't have to go the extra mile. They don't have to put in the extra effort. They don't have to fucking lose sleep. You know, they don't have to diet. They don't have to do all these things because they're still going to get a fucking trophy. Then from that point on, these kids their whole life, they think that they're entitled to something, that they're going to get it and they should be owed it. And then they become adults and they don't want to fucking work. And they don't want to go to school. They don't want to learn something. They don't want to have a trade. It's too hot outside, or it's too much work, or I'm better than that. That's the mentality. And what the fuck makes you better than what? Than work? Nah, my dude. You're not better. You're not special. And that's why it's on us to teach our kids work ethic. To teach our kids that if you want something, you got to earn it. When you just give a kid something his whole life, that's what they're going to expect their whole life. When I paint something or when I'm working, it's 24/7, 365. You know, people think, oh man, you're in business for yourself. That's awesome. You must get all the time off you want. You must be able to take vacations whenever you want. And that is not even close to the truth. When you work for yourself, you're the only one that's putting food in your mouth. You don't work, you don't get paid. You don't better yourself in whatever craft you are, you get fucking passed by. You got to stay relevant in the industry you're in. You got to stay relevant in the climate of the industry that you're in. The second you get complacent and you think that, oh, well, I'm okay, I'm good enough, that's the day you get passed up, and guess what? Ain't nobody is going to look at your shit. Complacency kills. Whether you're on the street or you're at war overseas or whatever the fucking case may be, you learn real quick the second you put your guard down, the second that you get caught slipping, you get got. And it ingrains in you to where your whole life, no matter what you're doing, that's always in the back of your head. And you know what? People may say, oh, that's horrible or whatever. It's not. It's a valuable fucking lesson. Because I put that into my work. I put that into the things I do. I put that into everything. If I get complacent, I'm slipping, and I get caught slipping, I'm done. So when it comes to work, if I get complacent, like, oh man, I don't need to learn anything new, I don't need to try anything new, think outside the box, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, you know what happens then? You become irrelevant. You become just another painter, you become just another builder, you become just another football player, you become just another wrestler, just another guy at jiu-jitsu. You don't ever want to be just another guy. You want to be the guy. So those lessons that I've learned help me through that. You know? The other thing is, when you have loss, when you suffer trauma, when you go through traumatic experiences, it toughens you. It hardens you up. It makes you, gives you a different perspective on things. That life ain't here forever. You're not here forever. People aren't here forever. It makes you appreciate the small times, the small talks, the phone calls, the text messages. It makes you thankful to wake up in the morning. It makes you thankful just to hear somebody's voice. It gives you a different perspective. It makes you enjoy this. We're out here fucking, look at how beautiful it is. Nice and cool. Water all around us. Sunny day. On two wheels at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, it doesn't get better than that. But I bet you this guy that's coming up on my left, he's complaining about his day, probably some minimal shit. He's probably upset because, you know, he didn't get off work in time, he had to stay an extra hour. He's probably upset because his fucking wife's cheating on him. No, I'm just kidding. He's probably upset because, you know, his daughter made bad grades. But I bet you what he doesn't think about is, these are the good times. Today is the last day that you're going to be this age. Every day, every second past this, when you listen to my voice, you're getting older. You're that much closer to death. So you got to enjoy this shit. You got to enjoy it while you got it. You know, another thing about the little things is, you know, loss and trauma, obviously they teach you these things. But something else is self-reflection. Ownership. You know what I mean? Every day before I go to bed, I legitimately sit down and I think, what did I do today? What did I fuck up on? How could I be better? I take ownership for my mistakes. I own that shit and I make changes. If you can't own the shit that you do and hold yourself accountable, how the fuck are you going to hold anybody else accountable? You can't, because you have no ownership. That's the biggest thing with leadership. You know, you cannot be a leader unless you understand your flaws, take those fuck ups that you did, learn from them, and move on. It doesn't matter how big they are. It doesn't matter how small they are. You know what I mean? Own that shit. Yeah, I fucked up. My bad. I'll do better next time. Take that and really implant it in your mind that this is never gonna fucking happen again. Whether you use embarrassment, whether you use professionalism, whatever your fuel is to never do it again, your reputation, use that shit as fuel. Because I'm telling you, humility, ownership, complacency, striving to be better, all that shit, those are all just ingredients in the fucking cake. Those are just ingredients to making you a better person, to making you the best at what you do, to making you better overall. You know, it doesn't matter whether you're man, woman, gay, straight, black, white, green, blue, yellow. It doesn't matter. Be the best at what the fuck you do. Be the best at who you are. But don't sit there and blame anybody else for your fuck-ups. Don't blame anybody else because you don't feel right. Because guess what? Nobody gives a fuck about your feelings except for you and maybe your mom. But your feelings are fucking irrelevant. Nobody cares. Nobody's gonna care. So once you can learn to fucking get your feelings out of the way and move past it to be stronger, to be better, that's when you can actually see real growth. But to sit there and play the victim game and the pity party because somebody hurt your feelings or they offended you, you ain't gonna go anywhere, my dude. You're not gonna go very far because nobody gives a fuck. And I'm sorry, that's the harsh reality of it. Nobody gives a shit. Something else, man. If you want something bad enough, you'll make it fucking happen. If you want something so bad, you will put it in your mind to get it fucking done. You know, I hear a lot of people say, oh, I want to get back in shape. I want to get back in shape. Clearly, you don't want to get back in shape too fucking bad, because if you really wanted to get back in shape, guess what? You would do it. Because nothing would stop you. You would wake up fucking 4 a.m. You would diet the right way. You would get the fuck up. You'd put the work in. You know? So I hear everybody say, oh, I would love to do this. I would love to do that. Well, quit loving to do it and do it. It's either day one or it's one day. It's your decision. It's your choice. You know what I mean? Because if you want something so bad, you'll make it happen. You'll make it happen by any means fucking necessary. You know? I wanted to become a painter. I wanted it so bad that nothing got in my fucking way. You know, I would wake up first thing in the morning, make some coffee, go out there and paint and paint and paint and paint. I would paint fucking until the sun went down. And then I would watch videos on painting. I would watch YouTube videos, I would read tutorials, I would go on painting websites, I would do everything I could to learn how to fucking paint. And guess what? I started learning how to paint. And with repetition and trial and error and learning curves and fucking everything that came with it, I learned to paint. Am I the best painter? No. But am I better than I was yesterday? Yeah. Just like with anything in life. It doesn't matter where you are today. It matters where you are today from yesterday. You know, don't worry about tomorrow. It's easy to worry about tomorrow, but what you do know is yesterday and what you know is today. So guess what? It doesn't matter whether you're the fucking best or the worst. As long as you're better than you were yesterday, that's all that fucking matters. That is the key to success. That's the key to becoming better at whatever it is that you want to be better at. Being better today than you were yesterday. So that's it, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I hope the audio comes out, but you know, I'm having a good time with these. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. Let me know what I could do better. Let me know what you think. You know, drop me some questions. Let me know what your thoughts are. You know what I mean? So, again, thank you. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing these every Monday. So, give me a like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.